What up, peeps and creeps?
Yo.
If you're new to the channel, welcome to the Back and Forth Show.
Welcome back.
Okay, we missed you guys. I'm your host, King Kang.
I'm your host, Westlow. You already know.
And this is the Back and Forth Show. So normally, we come back with topics, or we come at you guys with topics. Today, my man's DJ Westlow. Cut the beat. Listen, on a serious note, you guys, you know, we all about fun and games. We're all about positivity on the show, but we're also all about getting our message across.
Yes, sir.
There has been a lot going on.
Yes.
And I don't know for my colleague, but for myself, I'm not going to say I'm scared, but I'm very alert. I know what's going on. I'm for the protests. I'm not for the riot. I'm not for the looting. As a matter of fact, I'm going to speak for the show, if I may. The show is not promoting, nor are we with the violent protests.
Yes.
We're all about peaceful protest. We're all about our message getting across and getting where it needs to go and making a change.
Right. However, we do understand, though, that if freedom cannot be given, it must be taken.
Yes.
So, while I, just jumping into it real quick, like, the Target lootings, like, I understand that, like, I don't know, I can say, it's fun. I get both sides of it, because we definitely are with and for the peaceful protest, but this spoken word artist, it's like she had told me on Twitter, she was like, the time for logic pretty much is not now, because everything right now is illogical. And which I can kind of understand that, where it's like, you know, you try the peaceful protest, you try, you know, like with MLK, with Malcolm X, you know, we try that, but it's like they don't listen.
Yep.
That's the only thing to understand. And that's what's hard about right now.
We tried with Martin Luther King.
Exactly.
We tried with, I think Rosa Parks even took part in the march. And again, with this generation, what are they expecting us to do?
Exactly. You're not giving too many options. Yeah.
Yeah. Try again? No.
It's just like when you're telling someone to stop and they don't stop. Eventually, what do you have to do? You have to jack them up and say, stop. Like,
it's almost like a little kid that's annoying on a plane. Sorry for that little Caucasian kid that I jacked up on a plane. But, you know, you're not going to keep kicking my chair, and I done told you stop 8 times. And your mom was just like, she's knocked out because she's on Ambien. Sometimes you got to take the problem and really shake it.
Yeah, there you go. Yes, shake it. Yes. What he said.
Right into our first topic. I'm sorry. Got to go to this first topic.
Okay.
Speaking of shaking, Lord, the girls is shaking up the colored community. Yes. Listen, sweetie, Doja Cat and Trina have been officially canceled. Doja Cat went out and she was on the
She was on so it's 2 things with Doja Cat. She was on DJ Vlad. Shout out to him. Go check out his YouTube. Everyone should know him by now. He does hella interviews.
Vlad
whether it's Lil Boosie.
Yep.
But pretty much any celebrity. Really.
He doesn't.
Like he's been doing it for a while, and you can tell like he's good at what he does. He's a real good researcher. This guy is so good. He asks celebrities something half the time. They be asking him, how you know that? Like, how you know that?
They be trying to figure out how you know what I'm
Yeah. But pretty much with Doja Cat, pretty much what she did was because DJ Vlad did do an interview with her, and then he was on another interview with D.L. Hughley, and he was talking about it. And this is how Doja Cat knew she already had messed up, because the minute DJ Vlad was like, the minute they finished the interview, when it was over, she DM'd him and was just like, can we scrap the whole thing? And DJ Vlad was like, no.
Nope.
And then at least be smart, because when people say that, oh, so now that means this is juicy.
Yep.
So
yep. When they tell you no.
So pretty much what Doja Cat pretty much went into, because I'm gonna just summarize it. So I'm paraphrasing here, but pretty much what D.L. Hughley and DJ Vlad was discussing, that Doja Cat was pretty much like, because she's biracial, and she was like, pretty much, why would I choose to be black when it's so much harder in this country? You know, I'd rather go off and try to be white, which. In layman's terms, that's not being funny with layman's terms, but just so I want to say, I can see what you was trying to do there. Right. Even if it was like a joke, but with a little bit of truth behind it. But even so, still though, you know, if anything, right now of all things, it's not the time. Even though I think the interview was a little dated, but what wasn't dated was it was a video clip of her caught, and Doja Cat was pretty much saying that she had like wrapped her arms around like a male friend of hers at a party, and she was like, "Boy, I'll George Floyd you." Yeah, meaning like, and
she
then
said some inappropriate. It was more inappropriate. I'll George Floyd. Yeah, next.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, that's exactly what she said. And it's just like Doja Cat, you already wasn't that relevant. You're biracial, which is cool. That's fine. but do not show disrespect to our race or anybody for that matter. So I really do hope that all the black fans do cancel your ass.
This is not the time to play.
Yes.
Okay? This is not the color to play with.
I really hope so, because it's like, I get tired of these celebrities in these spots and think that you can say and do whatever you want. Like, you gotta realize, fans are your platform.
Yes, they are.
Even once you make it, you can
We're paying your bills.
Yes.
Not me, because I'm
technically. Me either. I didn't even know she existed until this happened, to be honest.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, excuse my language. What the hell is a Doja Cat?
I thought it was like one of them Siamese bald-headed cats.
Yes.
I thought that's what was going on.
Like,
I didn't know who this lady was.
At all.
A Doja Cat. You better dodge
you look like
somebody.
Marshmallow, but that's besides the point. And then I guess you want to touch on Trina.
Trina. Listen, sis. Trina has been canceled.
Completely.
The black community has spoken.
Yes.
Trina went on to do, I believe she was doing an interview, and inside of her interview, there was a statement that was made. I believe, what is his name? Oh my gosh, I just said his name out front. What's the guy that worked with her?
That works with Trina?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Not Babyface. God, I can't remember his name.
You got it. It's gonna come
not
to
Swiss
you.
Beats. Yeah, it is. Anyway, so she ended up making a statement like, "Oh," and I quote, "I'm not afraid of the police because once the police pull me over or once the police is around, I got my driver's license, my proof of insurance, and my proof of registration, and yeah, so I'm not afraid." She's hinting, or it came back as in, first of all, somebody responded like, well, Trina, so did the 300 plus people that were either dragged, pulled, yanked out of their vehicle before they could even reach for their legal documentation to operate a vehicle.
Facts.
Which would be those 3 documents: insurance, license, and registration. But they had theirs. Trina, don't sit there and try to say or try to make yourself better than the people that have either lost lives, lost limbs, or was beat up and abused by police, period.
Which traumatizes you.
Exactly. It does. It definitely does.
Mm-hmm.
And for you to go out and say that, sweetie, Trina, you cool and all, honey, but you not cool enough to do this.
There you go.
Not cool enough to make that statement.
Not cool enough to come in the pool, girl.
Exactly. You ain't cool enough for the pool and the cool kids. Sorry. Anyway, I'm going to say this. Trina, this is not the time to try to ostracize yourself. This is not the time to be, oh, well, because, baby, prime example, I got pulled over today. Registration, license, insurance, all of them. I even told the officer it's in my ACRA handbook, because my handbook and then my documentation stays in the back, and the book moves all around the car, never leaves the car. I told him it's in the trunk. He's like, well, it was a black cop. Shout out to him. I forgot his name. He gave me 3 $70 tickets, so.
Yeah.
But Trina, yeah, baby, that's not something that you say. And then, the young man or the guy that was helping out, I can't think of his name. That's crazy. Trick Daddy. I think his name was Trick Daddy.
Yeah, I think you did. Okay. There you go.
So Trick Daddy even tried to help her out, or whoever the guy was. He tried to help her out and help her dig her out the hole, but she dug herself all the way into the hole to the point.
That's a Doja Cat.
Yep. To the point to where, baby, the community has spoken. Trina, you're canceled. Good night. We'll try it again. Doja Cat did come out and apologize, but Doja, it's a little, or Doja, because that spells Doja.
Yeah.
Okay, so Doja Cat, baby, meow, gotta go.
Yeah.
It's too late.
Kitty Katie, bye-bye.
Sorry, your 9 lives have been snatched.
Yes.
Goodbye. Gotta go. And to anybody else, listen, seriously, to anybody else.
I'm sorry. Quick shout out before. Hold that thought.
No,
shout out to Drake, The Weeknd, people who donated a lot of money to the fund to help bail out protesters.
Yes.
Any celebrities out there using that platform to go ahead. I've seen it from White Boy Logan, from Vine saying stuff, even though like his whole speech thing maybe had been tight. But even the fact that he took the time to do it, I don't even care if people try to say his thing was tight. Logan, the dude from Vine that got famous.
Okay, I thought you were talking about one of the guys. I forgot his name. He works for like Margiela and some type of new company. He's like a graphic designer, something like that. He donated $50, but.
Oh no, you're talking about the owner of Off-White.
Yeah,
knowing that he has millions of dollars and he donated $50. Like I'm gonna say, I can't tell you how to spend your money, and it's true. And he was asked to donate, which he did. Mm-hmm. No one ever said how much. They just asked him to donate. But come on now, man. Like even like the reason why it's a slap in the face. That's like my brother asking me for money and I give him a penny. Like literally, I give him a penny. I couldn't give you $1, $5, $10. Now, granted, like I say, no one can tell you what to do with your money.
Right.
It's supposed to be a donation, but come on, my guy. Like, black people buy a lot of your products. You could have at least given $100. At least give, you know what I mean? Like, nothing like that's not, I don't say laughable, but nothing that's just like, wow, you might as well just kept it. I can donate $50 for the cause, which I already have donated.
And this $50 was allegedly supposed to go towards helping bail out people or helping to bail out protesters after they've been arrested. Again, shout out to the people that did donate above and beyond.
Yeah.
Speaking on him specifically, it was the story alleged that he donated more first, and then the $50 was to challenge other celebrities. But the $50 was so low by being $50 that it got ostracized, and so he only donated $50. Again, allegedly, I'm not too sure how that story was, but it did come out on social media that one of the celebrities actually said it and tagged him in it, like, oh, well, he donated this, and this, or he donated X amount of money, and the $50 was to challenge the next person. That's when somebody else came out with not $4 million. They came out with like $400,000 or something like that towards protest release. And if we're doing shout outs, I want to shout out a company, Fashion Nova. Fashion Nova pledged to donate $1 million to donate $1 million to fight the race of equality, or racial equality. I think I said that right. The race of racial equality. Yeah. So shout out to Fashion Nova. I have not brought too many things off their site because a little thick, can't fit it. But shout out to them. Again, shout out to everybody that's taking this thing seriously. Shout out to everybody that's doing that's promoting. Shout out to help protesters out. Shout out to all the peaceful protests. Shout out to Baltimore City. You guys were named and highlighted, I believe, by Governor Hogan himself for being one of the peacefulest protests out of 40 states. I love you guys.
Yeah.
I love you guys.
You guys are moving. And then for those who necessarily can't get out, whether it's because of your job, because of life, say you're working a lot, whatever, there's different ways to protest, and let no one tell you that. At the end of the day, we all here for the same thing. A lot of people, it's funny how we had a lot of people coming at the whole Blackout Day thing that we had on Tuesday, but a lot of people weren't getting the message. Now, it was correct when we shouldn't have hashtagging it with the Black Lives Matter thing, so people were removing it from that. But it's to get people to come together. The thing, people are protesting in other countries. Yes. That's why, more or less, I'm sorry to say, I know we still got some work today, but that's more or less probably why those cops are going to get charged. The fact that this is, like, everyone's upset about it. Yep. Everyone saw it.
Enough is enough.
Exactly. So, we're all reaching out for, like, the same goal here. So don't come at somebody for the way they protesting. If all they can do is support these social media, then, hey, thank them for the support. This is not the time to come at somebody to say, hey, you're not protesting enough. No, say, hey, thank you for what you've done. Like, and if you can, because people can do more, they will do more.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So just keep that in mind.
Yeah.
But don't worry, guys. We have a lot more coming to you too. Check the Instagram. That's where a lot of our shorter videos will be too. That we're talking more about these issues as we're reaching a new time for all of us.
Yep.
So we will make sure we will try our best. We will research as best we can. We will make sure that we will try to get you guys this information as accurately as possible, as quickly as possible. Surfing on to the next subject. We gotta keep that surfing on to the next subject. Companies and how they reacting to the situations going on. Now, forgive me, audience. I'm gonna go into my phone so I can read the list so I can be accurate. And I quote: Black people should no longer be in support.
Hold up. What is this voice?
This is my announcer voice. So to the people, this is people who percentage of political donations that go to Republicans, aka Trump lovers. Now, not to say that Republicans and them, that's a different conversation. I'm just saying for the now, these people, these companies donating towards Republicans will be a bad thing. So we have Wendy's, which is, I believe, about, I'm not even going to get into the percentages because that could be mixed. You know how research and social media and everything can be. I'm going to just go into the companies.
And I'm going to cancel them all.
Wendy's.
Cancel.
Taco Bell.
Cancel.
Carl's Jr., I guess that's a southern one.
Him and the father. Cancel.
White Castle.
Cancel.
Chick-fil-A.
Gotta go.
Papa John's.
See ya.
Little Caesars.
Damn.
Pizza Hut.
See you.
Domino's Pizza.
What?
Waffle House.
Cut.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Cut.
KFC.
Cancel. What?
Krispy Kreme.
Cancel.
Chili's.
Cancel.
Jimmy John's. Cracker Barrel.
You can cancel them fast. Cancel them.
And IHOP.
Gotta go.
So
IHOP yourself up out of there. These companies have, again, the list was those people that donated towards the Trump.
Yeah, or pretty much you could just say Republicans in general or Trump's campaign.
Trump's
which
campaign.
is both the same thing at the end of the day.
When it first came out, the article read Wendy's donated $400 million towards Trump re-election campaign, but they changed that and made it the Republicans. Anyway, these companies have been and need to be canceled. Black people, this is not the time where you need to go out and look. Go to Pookie down the street.
You shouldn't be eating that food anyway. To be honest, we're on this whole nutrition vibe. You shouldn't be eating that food. To be honest, anyway, Chick-fil-A is the only exception because that they do have healthier options. But either way, Chick-fil-A at this point, moving forward, I mean, between the gay, the situation with the LGBTQ community, and which they kind of did apologize and renege on, but you guys, as a race, we have to come together because you have to realize with other races, when they get disrespected, like for example, over in the Jewish communities, let someone say anything about Hitler, Nazis, concentration camps, anything, you get canceled so fast. That community will hop on you so fast, and that's exactly, and that's the same energy that we need to be on. Like all these companies. Now, if you are in the food desert and that's the only thing that you can eat on certain nights for you and your family, all right, you do what you have to do. Understandable. But that means you can cut out the other, like pretty much when you have a choice between going to any of these places and somewhere else, pick somewhere else. Like, I mean,
pick somewhere else. I'm mad about what was it, Domino's that was on there and Pizza Hut. Whoever had the buffalo, the cheesesteak pizza, I'm mad about them. But again,
Domino's. Yeah,
this guy put a good pizza together.
Yeah.
Woo, straight through the roof. Anyway. So yeah, again, you guys, and I'm gonna say something towards the end of this video, after we cover our last topic.
You wanna move into it now?
Yeah, we can go right into it.
All right, so surfing on again.
The severity comes in.
Moving on. All right, now.
To white privilege.
We're gonna, I'm actually gonna take my voice down an octave. I think I did, whatever. But just to kind of explain it, because people really get confused about this. I kind of want to start off again, so I want to go to my phone. I had shared a tweeted earlier by a white man that kind of does explain white privilege like in a good picture. But then, still, just in case, for those of you that are a little hard of hearing and or you need a little bit more so you can learn, we're going to break it down for you. You heard it at the Back and Forth show first. Mark D. McCoy. If you would like to find his Instagram, his Twitter name is at M as in Mary _ D as in David _ McCoy. That's MCCOY. George Floyd and I were both arrested for allegedly spending a counterfeit $20 bill. For George Floyd, a man my age with 2 kids, it was a death sentence. For me, it is a story I sometimes tell at parties. That, my friend, is white privilege.
So again, the topic is white privilege.
We can understand, because I'll be honest with my Caucasian audience. I can understand why you may feel like that you don't want to acknowledge its existence. It's pretty much saying, you know, especially for like even going back in time, like say there's a Caucasian family that never even owned slaves. They never did. And, you know, going throughout time, you know, they've never done some quote unquote, you know, bad things to anyone of color. But we're not saying that. What we're saying is at some point your ancestors, or just because you may not have asked for it, you got it. But the point of it is, because it was a TikTok that explained it best. You guys get to experience graduation, experience weddings, experience having children, seeing your children have children, going to college. Like I said, like all that. When a lot of people of color do not.
Yep.